Hi family, this is John Y. It's December 1st, 2024, and in just a little over 30 days, it will mark the completion of my 20th year in business. And I want to take a moment to say hi and thank you. And I started this thing when I was 24, and I'm 45 now. And it has been an incredible journey. And I've met almost all of you in person. If I haven't met you, you're probably 1 degree removed because someone bought you a gift or someone told you about me. And in a world where everything's becoming so depersonalized and online, it's meant so much to me that this has been through word of mouth, because there's no budget for advertising. Everything in my shop that I'm going to show you in a second has all been from meeting all of you at craft shows, farmers markets, comic book conventions. I started my company just shortly before the 2008 recession, and basically I had to pack up the family station wagon and hit the road because it was sink or swim. And through 3 recessions now and many debt cycles later of hard lessons learned in the shop, I've built a small manufacturing facility you see behind me. And all the things that you see online that I do is made by me and a couple assistants. And to say I'm grateful is an understatement. It's because of your support that I'm able to do what I do. And it's given me so much in life. I used to be shy when I started this, and now I've learned to talk to anybody. I've seen and met so many different types of people from all walks of life all over the country. I've been to each coast, as far as Seattle, San Francisco, LA, Atlanta, Toronto, North Carolina, Chicago, all points in between, at every festival I could find, and met so many wonderful and interesting people. And it's just really opened up my sense of empathy for everybody. So much more love for meeting people that I've never met before. And I've developed friendships with so many of the people that have helped me along the way, who saw what I was doing and wanted to tell people and spread the message. I guess it's not much of a message, it's a product, but I guess there's a little Johnny Appleseed element of, there's this guy named John Y out there making something by hand. And it's something I'm very proud of, that there are a few of you out there that have known me these full 20 years and have seen the things I tried to make in the beginning, and you've seen the evolution. And I pour everything back into the company. It even took me 10 years to save up the money to be able to afford a tooling line at a buckle manufacturer in the United States so I could reshore my buckle manufacturing away from China, because I design and have made all my buckles in Connecticut. And there's a whole tooling line at a foundry that makes the buckles. There's so many little stories like that. The rivets being made in Wisconsin by an industrial rivet manufacturer that probably never thought that rivets would be used on a fashion item. So, thank you. Wearing my belts, telling your friends about them, it means everything. And let me just show you the little bit of the shop, and maybe you'll get a sense of the day-to-day. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little walkthrough of the workshop. We're actually a subtenant of DC Brau. You can see the grain silo up there. It's DC's largest and first brewery in DC. That's the minivan that I take to all my shows where I've met everybody over the years. And my nondescript little door in one of DC's few industrial areas. And it opens up into my spray room, which is the dirtiest room in the workshop, and I'm glad it's contained in here. This is where all the protective coating of the belts happens and the glue for the purses. And then it goes into my office, which is, there's always a million notes and scraps of leather laying around. It's always controlled chaos here. Goes into the shop, and we have Victoria and Johnny here helping. Over here is the main workbench. This is where we do most of the belt assembly and purse assembly on this side, purse assembly and guitar straps. Victoria's working on some purses now, assembling locks. And over here is where most of the industrial equipment hides. Of course, my costume wardrobe, because you need to have one of those in your workshop. Punch press, this punches all the holes for all the belts and saves hours and hours on a week. And everything in the shop is designed to be as efficient as possible. Just for making the belt straps, we have a strap cutting machine, which cuts straps for purses and belts, cuts the leather hides. And then this machine edge cuts them, so it rounds the edges of the belts. And then that is an edge dyeing machine and a drying tunnel, so it rolls ink into the belt and then dries it through the drying tunnel. And then for the back of the belt, we put an embossing dye in there, a couple hundred degrees of heat, couple tons of pressure, and then another edge dye machine. Over there is the laser cutter, and that's where we prototype a lot of the shapes for all our new items. So everything starts in the laser cutter and then goes, once we finalize a shape, we have it turned into a die, which is a metal cutting shape. Once we've perfected the shape and dialed it into the millimeter, we have these dies made that go on top of the leather and get punched out with a 27-ton clicker press. So right now we have it set up to do wallets. These are the wallet components. And then to do all our funky embossed patterns on the purse interiors and some new things that are coming. We have coasters set up in here. This is a plate press machine. So we have various plates engraved for various components. Again, this is coasters. So that presses a couple tons of pressure, a couple hundred degrees as well. And then up here we have you can see it's a 2-story workshop. And I'm very lucky to be a subtenant of DC Brau and have these really tall ceilings. My mom was a general contractor, and I grew up in the trades, and so her guys built this mezzanine for me and full electrical. And there's kind of a rule in the trades that you hook up your family members and help them out. And so I've been very lucky that the guys that were my mom's electricians and carpenters and sometimes my babysitters over the years were able to help me out as I grew my company. And now we're going up into the second floor and doing some t-shirt assembly. It's Cassidy. And over here is like mostly soft goods. So try to keep things a little less dirty because downstairs is edge dye and a lot of paint and stuff and coatings. Up here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sewing machines. One's missing right now, it's being retooled. But everything's set up to be as efficient as possible. This machine is dedicated just to putting the little tag on the t-shirts. And so it has a special clamp just for the shape of the tags and automatically sews those. We have some cylinder arm sewing machines. Those do some special binding and edging. This is the first machine I ever built. It's a heat press, and we make the dog collars with those. It's a process called sublimation, which allows me to do these really vibrant colors on synthetic webbing. And that webbing is custom woven for me in a mill in Pennsylvania where they make military and strapping and webbing for NASA as well. Heat Press for doing some various t-shirt designs. And that's about it. We do a lot in a little space here, and it's nice to just be able to show off what we do. I'm hoping in January I'll get to clean it up a little bit, but yeah, that's the workshop. Happy holidays.